The old house stood at the end of a quiet road. Its white paint had faded over the years, and the wooden fence leaned slightly to one side. Behind the house was a large garden that had once been full of color and life. Now, tall weeds covered the paths, and wild plants grew everywhere. The house belonged to the Carter family. After losing their grandmother, life had become very different. Grandma Rose had lived with them for many years. She had always smiled, always told stories, and always spent her afternoons in the garden. When she passed away, the family felt a deep sadness. Her daughter, Sarah, missed their long conversations. Sarah's husband, Michael, missed her warm advice. Their 12-year-old daughter, Lily, missed helping her grandmother water the flowers every evening. As the months passed, nobody visited the garden anymore. One afternoon, Lily looked out her bedroom window. She saw the overgrown garden behind the house. The weeds moved gently in the wind. She remembered walking beside her grandmother through the narrow paths. "Every flower has a story," Grandma Rose used to say. Lily had not thought about those words for a long time. That evening, she walked downstairs and found her mother sitting quietly at the kitchen table. "Mom," Lily said softly, "why don't we fix Grandma's garden?" Sarah looked surprised. Lily nodded. "It looks lonely." Sarah looked out the window toward the backyard. For a moment, she said nothing. Then she smiled sadly. "Maybe you're right," she said. The next Saturday morning, the family stepped outside together. The garden looked even larger than they remembered. Thick weeds covered the flower beds. Fallen branches lay across the old stone path. Michael picked up a shovel. "Well," he said, "we should probably start somewhere." Lily laughed. "Anywhere is better than nowhere." They began pulling weeds. At first, the work felt difficult. The sun was warm, and the plants seemed endless. But slowly, little changes appeared. The old stone path became visible again. A wooden bench emerged from behind a wall of vines. A small bird bath appeared near the center of the garden. By lunchtime, everyone was tired. Yet something felt different. For the first time in many months, they had spent hours together without thinking about their sadness. That afternoon, Lily discovered something hidden beneath a bush. "Mom," she shouted. Sarah hurried over. Lily held up a small metal box covered in dirt. The family gathered around. Carefully, Sarah opened it. Inside were several photographs. There were pictures of Grandma Rose as a young woman and photos of happy family moments. Beneath the photos was a folded note. Sarah unfolded it slowly. The handwriting was familiar. It belonged to Grandma Rose. The note said that the garden was her favorite place because it reminded her that life keeps growing even after difficult seasons. She asked her family to bring it back to life and make happy memories together. Nobody spoke for a moment. Lily felt tears in her eyes. Sarah gently touched the paper. "It sounds exactly like her," she whispered. From that day forward, the garden became a family project. Every weekend, they worked together. They planted new flowers and repaired the wooden fence. Michael fixed the bird bath. Lily painted colorful signs for different sections of the garden. As summer arrived, bright flowers began to bloom beneath the sunshine. The garden slowly transformed into a beautiful place once again. Neighbors began to notice. One evening, an elderly man stopped by the fence and admired the garden. He told Sarah that he used to talk with Grandma Rose there many years ago. Soon, other neighbors stopped by and shared their memories of her kindness and generosity. Each story made the family smile. It felt as though Grandma Rose was still bringing people together. The garden became a place filled with warmth and friendship. One afternoon, Lily sat on the wooden bench with a notebook. She began writing down every story she heard. "I don't want anyone to forget them," she said. By the end of summer, the notebook was almost full. The garden was now more beautiful than ever. Roses climbed along the fence, and butterflies floated through the warm air. The sadness that once filled the house had become lighter. The family still missed Grandma Rose every day, but now their memories often brought smiles instead of tears. One evening, as the sun began to set, the family gathered in the garden. Golden light covered the flowers, and a gentle breeze moved through the leaves. "It feels like she's here somehow," Lily said. Michael nodded. Sarah looked around at the blooming garden and remembered the words from the note. Life keeps growing, even after difficult seasons. For the first time, Sarah fully understood those words. Hearts can heal, just like gardens can bloom again. New memories can grow beside old ones. Love never truly disappears. It remains in stories, traditions, and the people we care about. As darkness slowly covered the sky, the Carter family sat together on the bench and watched the garden around them. The flowers swayed gently in the evening breeze. The garden behind the house was no longer forgotten. It had become a place of hope, love, and remembrance. Every blooming flower reminded them that beautiful things can still grow after the hardest seasons.